everybody. Chelsea see the bright arch of Wembley once again in the distance, and the dark clouds of FFP circle over Stamford Bridge once again. This is Blues Brothers episode 10. Let's roll. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Hope everybody is doing good and well. JPT, my brother, how are you?
Doing good. Glad it's the international break. There's a little time to not have to suffer for 90 minutes, but as you mentioned, news coming out, but not surprised by the timing. But yeah, overall pretty good. How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, man. Mrs. is in Tunisia right now, so trying to do my best to be supportful of having a little holiday there. She might be tuning into this stream in a minute, picking us up. Who knows? But missing her as well. But she's sitting there going to come back with a nice tan, and I'm going to be sitting next to her like a white sheet. So it's like Casper next to Toast soon. You know what I mean? But yeah, all good, all good. Ladimus will join us in a hot minute. Just quickly do some shout outs. Hello, Rosie, Lady Ro in the house. How are you doing, man?
Rosie.
Big up. How are you? Bargav, my bro. Big up yourself, brother. How you doing? Hope you're well and good. Oh, there you go. Speaking of the devil, she shall appear. I'm still here though. There you go. Big up, babe. I hope you're doing all right. Probably comfy in bed in about the hotel room around about now. Hopefully. You never messaged me, by the way, to let me know you got up there.
Shame. Shame.
Yeah, yes, I know. Smash the like, sub to Wolfgang Division, Ladimus, and keep it real, Chelsea. Yes, when he joins us. Biggie Smalls himself is in the building. Evening all, says the missus. Thank you, babe. Right. JPT. Well, before Ladimus and hopefully Dills will join us, we did a watch along for that Leicester game. Give me your thoughts.
Could have been wrapped up.
I'm not there. I'm still outside. They're all in bed. Oh, bless her. You're still sitting. Oh, for the Wi-Fi. Oh dear.
Shoot.
Oh dear. Hey, Mrs. Wolfie, how is you? How's Turkey?
Gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble.
Well, answer your question, man. A game that could have been wrapped up in the first half could have been a comfortable 3, maybe 4-0. Just glad we got the 4 goals that was owed to us by then. Had to work for it. I'm telling you, man. When we say we concede in the last 15, including added time, it's a guarantee. Anyone who's into gambling, if you need to make a bet that the team's going to score against Chelsea in the last 20 minutes, it's put your life savings on it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I noticed it a while back, and ever since I sent it to JPT, it's like, you know, one of those things when you've realized it, you just see it frighteningly recur over and over and over again.
It's not luck or coincidence at this point. We just have an off switch that just clicks, and as soon as the 70th minute comes in, sometimes it even happens to Poch because he took forever to make a substitution.
Well, can I just say, nothing indicates an off switch more than when your centre back plays a pass back. Because I'm not even being funny here. Okay, I'm pretty sure, right? And I don't mean to interrupt JPT, but that Diassi back pass, how or why are you launching it like that in the air? If the guy behind just play it along the floor, bro, like you didn't even look to see where he was. It's like, what are you doing? And it's the thing, like, and this is what me and JPT were elaborating with in the last 15, 20 minutes of a game. We always give you a way in. Always. And it's sickening. Big up Miss Melina in the house.
Melina.
How are you, ma'am? Hopefully you're well and you are doing good. Please give her a like and a subscribe. Lovely lady, top content producer. Big up JPT, Wolf, and Primey. Yeah, Primey's just doing something quickly before he joins us, Miss Melina, but I'll make sure he sees the comment. I love your profile picture, by the way. Is that you in the Arsenal kit? Big up, Miss Melina.
Wouldn't be anything else from Miss Melina.
No, of course not.
It's either that or Granit Xhaka related. That's her. That's her. What is it? Unofficial husband.
Oh, is it? Oh,
bro. She's a Granit Xhaka. I mean, hey, he's killing it in Leverkusen right now. So props to him.
He is.
God, I know she's probably waiting to see her team possibly lift the cup or win the league, and seeing her man's win Bundesliga over Bayern.
Oh,
That I'm sure she's she can die happy if that were to happen. But
oh, hang on.
speaking of Miss Melina, everyone just follow her on the this is the link to her channel. Please go and subscribe.
And Lady Man United's in the building as well. Hello, Stephanie Griff. How are you doing, ma'am? I hope you're well and doing good.
You know she's doing good after that win versus Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly,
Wow.
Steph. Exactly. Do tell me, because I hopefully as a Man United fan you're happy with the result. But trust me, every single person I've spoken to as a Liverpool fan has said they've been robbed because of that offside. And it was the thing is, I think, bang on a minute, same thing happened to us. Huh? No, not the offside. Sorry, he said about the referee and the decisions about the game and about how certain players should have been sent off that weren't. Oh, here he is. Big up, Deals.
There he is.
How you doing, brother? You all right, yeah?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother. We can hear you.
Yeah, bro. How are you lot?
Not bad. You're a bit
Good, bro.
distant.
You're right.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but it sounds like you're far away.
Sounds like an echo. Are you speaking on an open mic? Use a headset if you got one, bro, or earphones, because it sounds very echoey.
It's all right. We can still make it work. But Deals, man, how you doing, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is that better?
Up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Right, don't worry, no rush. Hey, Ladamus, are you back yet? All right, Ladamus is not back yet. All right, well, Deals quickly sorts out his mic. So yeah, going back to the point, like we always let teams in, and that Diassi thing, it just can't help. That Diassi goal, own goal, reminded me so much of the Declan Rice goal for Arsenal. Like, you know, in terms of the empty net, and it's just launched into the back of the net.
And you can blame both. And look, it's 50-50 on blame. Disasi should have looked up where he was passing to. He should have known he has arguably the world's dumbest goalkeeper, at least with positioning.
Yeah, Sanchez, definitely.
What was he doing at the edge of the box?
I heard you a bit there, Deals. I heard you. It's not clear.
Yeah. It still sounds far away, but yeah.
Better. All right, well, he's still working on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do we need to do to stop this open invitation to teams to score against us in the last 20 minutes, bro?
Well, simple as this. Stop starting Sanchez. At this point, even if it's a cup goalkeeper, he's not reliable, and he's such a liability. Yet you read my mind. I was actually going to do the same thing.
For Rosie, yeah.
Yeah. You know, everyone follow Rosie if you can. Yeah, no, like, look, if it was Sanchez versus Wimbledon versus Preston North, that's fine. But at this point,
all right, look how cool this brother. Look at that, bro. He come in looking fresh with the sunglasses and everything. Look, it's like the Rock. Oh dear, big up. Hang on, Deals, are you with us now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, good question. Like, and you're Irish, right?
Yes.
Did they say the word like laddie a lot?
Laddie?
Like
Depends.
lad.
Oh, they can say lad quite a lot. Irish can say lad quite a lot, but not
It
lad.
If they say
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a lot-ish, but it's not like, I wouldn't say it's an Irish thing.
the only reason
That's
why I
more,
asked
it's more Scottish. Like
okay.
laddie, that's more Scottish than anything. But
Yeah.
That's right.
Irie lad.
The only reason why I asked is because I have to call him the notorious LAD. That's the one thing I have to call him at this point now. Man's came look like he's gotta come out and fight B Rabbit in front of all Detroit.
Oh, good baby. Sorry.
you know what? I'll give you that. No one's called me that. Notorious LAD. No one's called me that. So
That's a good one. I'm just gonna call him Notorious from now on.
No,
Notorious. No, Notorious. Sorry. Shout out Prime says Miss Melina. Super cool dude says Rosie. Scottish word. It's very old. People don't say it that much anymore. And DJ Crane, Papa Wolf is
bringing
in
it
the
back.
building. Yeah, we're laid back, way back.
Lean back.
Right. Going back to it. Okay, right. Sorry, do you want to finish your point, JPT, about us like an opening, like just always letting teams in? Because that's
And that happened even early on. Didn't that happen like between like 55th, 60th minute? When
Mhm.
Yeah,
when they equalised.
No. When they got the first goal. Did you talk about the equalizing goal, Mavididi?
Well, the original reference was from long range. Well, the original was the Diassi one. What was he doing, man? That Diassi one and Ladamus,
Diassi and Sanchez.
Yeah. I want to let Ladamus jump in on here because I tell you what, yeah, you like to look at the tactics and analyze it a little bit. Give me your breakdown on that, Ladamus. What was he just not looking? Was he just being stupid? What kind of? Yeah, because what kind of a back pass was that? Anyway, it's in the air. It's not even along the ground. He more crossed it to him. Like,
The childish one.
More look at back. Like, I understand the back pass. I think it's poor positioning from Sanchez.
That too. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, why are you that far off your line? Why are you that far out? There's no pressure. Chelsea in control. The ball gets played back to you. You play it back out and you reset. Like, there's should be no trouble. I think what's annoying is that, like, the first half, how Pot set us up for in the game. I don't personally have a problem with it. It's fine. The first half we had, and so many games have happened like this season, where in the first half we have more than enough chances to like kill off a game. And I get it, we're not going to score 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals every single game or every single first half. Like, that's stupid to think we're going to do that. Like, we're not Man City, we're not Real Madrid. Like, I understand that, but we have a massive problem killing off games, whether it's by a big scoreline or by just keeping control of a 1-0 lead or a 2-0 lead. I was on Lewis' stream and I was saying at half time, remember, we're 2-0 up, and I said at half time, this is not comfortable. We'll still win the game, but it's going to be very shaky. And people were saying, oh no, guys, it's up to 2-0. It's only Leicester. Their championship side will be fine. Lo and behold, we come out, start hitting shaky. And then we give them that goal, that stupid back pass, and then that gives them the confidence to claw themselves back into the game. And we only win it because of our Premier League quality. Carney off the bench was brilliant, and a wonder goal from Madueke. But we shouldn't be in that situation against I know Leicester have been good brilliant in the Championship, but they're a Championship side. Shouldn't be in that situation, and that's because we don't control games. And partly the players, fine, they're young, but if we're going to keep using this excuse of players are young and inexperienced, that's why I go so much on Poch, because if these players are inexperienced and don't really know what they're doing, that's why it's so important that you as the manager actually take control and you lead and you don't allow this freestyle mess to come about. This is why I don't like young players being the main focal points of your team, because young players are inconsistent and they'll let you down in certain moments.
they've got no know-how. No know-how. That's the problem.
And Chelsea fans, we complain a lot about our experience. Sterling, one of our experienced players, he didn't have his best game.
Oh, what a shocking game!
Shocking. Exactly. We'll talk about Silva being old and like.
If we're talking about the Prime,
if we're going to complain,
Prime, 1 second. Prime, 1 second, Prime.
If we're talking about the orders making mistakes, yeah, it's the orders that are making mistakes, fam. Sanchez is 26 years old. Yeah,
yeah, but he's just not that good. It's not a matter of we all know he's not.
But Dills is right. That's my point. But Dills is right. That's my point. If our older players are experienced, because players are some of our worst players, let's say, or aren't stepping up as they should be, and we're talking about our younger players being inconsistent. That's why I go at Poch so much, because you're meant to be the guy that leads them. You're brought in as this manager that knows how to coach and develop young talent. You're meant to be the one actually coaching these things out of these players. how many games left of the Premier League? I think there's about 10 games left or so. We've played
10
like
or 9,
3
yeah.
quarters. This is not 10 games into the season where players are making mistakes and we can say, oh, you know what, they're young. Eventually, as the season goes on, we can kind of like, quote unquote, beat it out. We haven't done that yet. And that's why I'm so heavy on Poch, because we're still doing the same things we've been doing for months. And that's what frustrates me about Poch so much.
One
But
second.
Yeah.
Bargav has a quick question for everyone. What's the verdict in Havertz?
In terms of what? In terms of what, though? What does that mean?
Don't know. I don't know.
I think like is he back at Leverkusen
for
where he's
Arsenal?
back to
If you ask,
the
if
level
you
that
think-
people expect
right.
him to be?
well, put it this way, he's done all right.
He's in form.
But let me say this. Is Havertz doing at Arsenal what you guys expected him to do? On Jared's side, is he doing what you expected him to do?
No, because
DJ Green says he's crap. Don't miss him.
because he's not. We don't miss him because you know what because he has Arteta's playing style that suits him. That's what's making the difference. He's still but I don't think that he's officially back unless he wins either Champions League or the league.
No. I'm not saying him being. I'm saying is he not doing what we expect? Like,
well, yeah, he's back about 8 or 9 goals. That's about average for him. That's what he did for us.
Doing what I expected him.
Yeah, exactly.
To do. And credit,
still
like,
10
lately,
games left though. How much
lately,
do you see the number coming up?
Yeah, and credit lately, he's been doing the last, I think, month or so. He's been doing quite well.
Big up Stuart.
But we can also say that we've seen this at Chelsea before, where he goes through on this little run around like February, March, April, this purple patch. So, and I said this on an Arsenal stream a couple of weeks ago, and Tony came at me saying, "No, you can't say that." Well, I can, because as much as I can give you the credit, I've seen you do this 2, 3, 4 years on the bounce now. Even at Leverkusen, you were doing this little purple patch thing. So until you come past that, and this run in Arsenal needs you to step up in, you step up against Bayern, against City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United, etc. You step up.
Wait. Mason, Pulisic, Havertz were the lot losses. He surpassed Xhaka. Who surpassed Xhaka?
He's saying Havertz surpassed Xhaka.
Well, I'm not being funny. He hasn't.
Different roles.
They're different roles, and I'm not being funny. Who's more of a complete player, Xhaka or Kai Havertz? I'd have to say off the top of my head, Xhaka, to be fair.
Arsenal fans told us all summer that we must profile him, and Havertz is a midfielder. I told Arsenal fans that when we bought him,
he was a false 9.
Yep.
He didn't do well.
Like a second striker.
At the start of the season, playing him in midfield, he didn't do well. You've now been playing him as a false 9, where he's been doing well. So
he's done okay.
He's not playing the Xhaka role. Mason Mount, he's been injured all season for Man United, so that's another factor.
Pulisic has done all right for Milan, though. He stayed fit.
He has. But if we had kept him, he would not have stayed fit.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
the intensity in Italy, there's a thing. There's a reason why, like, a lot of players that leave are injury-prone players when they go abroad.
They succeed in Italy, yeah.
And Conte hasn't missed many games or any yet. I don't think at that. Pulisic. Who else was another injury-prone player that left?
Mason Mount. No, Mason Mount. No, it wasn't Mason. It was Mount.
Ruben, was he injury-prone?
Well, yeah. Lastly, this is why.
Oh, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Serie A low-key kind of the retirement league in Europe. Like Tevez, he went to the Serie A when he was in his 30s and balled out.
Wait. Havertz went through Chelsea hell at still. How he won a Champions League?
No. You know what? He did go through hell at Chelsea. Chelsea went through hell with Havertz.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not being funny, right? Is this supposed to be some way of saying, right? All I'll simply say to anything that all the jobs that we had Havertz doing, we allocated to Palmer, which is a fact because he plays off our right wing and comes in centrally, just like Havertz used to do.
Right.
And we've got one of the best young players in Europe banging it, and he's got goals and assists up there in goal involvement up there with Jude Bellingham. Do you really think just because he scored a few goals, we're going to miss Kai Havertz when we've got someone producing numbers like that?
We played Havertz everywhere to try to get the best out of him, whether it be in midfield,
right wing, central, anything. Yeah, all over the gaff. Like,
false
if-
nine.
if he does
Like-
better for Arsenal in terms of his own professional numbers, then that's fair enough. But do we miss him? Hell no, we don't. Because I'm not being
No.
funny, and even Arsenal fans would admit this. And I'll tell you this: I've seen exactly the same player for Arsenal this year that I saw for Chelsea last. And the reason why I'll say that is because this guy is still capable of missing from 2 yards out, which is the problem and why we got rid of him at Chelsea. And I'm not being funny. I know because I do some Arsenal streams with Arsenal fans. He's missed chances like headers from 2 yards out. He's missed tap-ins from 2 yards out. It's the same player, bro.
Bro,
The only
it's
difference is
it's-
it's the same
it's
guy.
it's the same Toyota Corolla. You just got a new body paint on it.
It's
It's
not
the same
hard.
player, just in a better
hard.
team.
That's not harsh. How is that harsh, Bargav? Like Latimer said a minute ago, because you guys have got a setup that's better suited for him because you've got a more
Exactly.
experienced team. He feeds off that and does better, which is fine, great. But in terms of us, do we miss him? You asked us, what's the Chelsea faithful think? We'll just simply say Cole Palmer. That's it. You've asked us what we think. Don't say now we've told you what we think. We're being harsh. You asked.
He's not outperforming Palmer. He's one of the best creators and right wingers in the world.
Right now,
And
exactly.
he's not better than Jackson, who Chelsea fans will argue and say he's not good enough to be starting for Chelsea.
I know
and
he's
he's
got
not
more goals. He's got more goals than Havertz, and he costs less. You know what I mean? It works. You know, use Vaseline, Wolfie. Shut up, Tony.
No,
you
no.
don't say that.
Ice Cube said it best. No Vaseline.
No Vaseline. I'm not even. No, don't. I'm not. No, I like Barger. I'm not discounting what he's saying. Kai Havertz is doing okay, but if you ask most Chelsea fans, we'll say he's doing for you guys what he did for us. It's not one of those ones where like.
And even if he balls out at Arsenal, right, and he hits on, so long as Chelsea are back to like winning things and competing, I won't care because he didn't do it at my club. So why am I worried?
He gets a lot of credit for that goal. That's it. Had it been anyone else that scored that goal, they would have won him out the door.
Yeah,
But
No.
he's doing his bit as he's expected, as you mentioned, right now. But we'll see what happens at the last stretch of the season. I know we're getting closer. 10 games left. Let's see him at game number 5. If he's still pulling these numbers out, then incredible. But with City and Liverpool still just right there, he's gonna have to go the whole 10.
I want to talk about the Sterling boost. So.
Oh, please.
All right, go on, Dills. A big up, by the way.
Yeah. You see the Sterling boost, yeah. I disagree on the situation because if you look at it, yeah, Disasi was a worse player on the pitch. So was Sanchez. Yeah. Okay. Yes, he's on higher wages, all right. Yes, I know that he's on higher wages, and the reason why he was playing like that because he's out of form. Yes, but with these fans booing him, I disagree. Why we booing one player on the pitch if there was other players on the pitch that was a problem too? You know what I'm saying? Prime and JPT and Wolf.
No, one thing about it is on Sterling, we know he's not. And just to answer this critic as well, Bargo, look, Chelsea, Kai Havertz will do his own thing. Good luck to him. We're not missing him. Good luck with him to Arsenal. But I'm going back to what Deal said about a Chelsea player who is in Sterling. What I find frustrating about Sterling is if there's a big miss, it's normally him that's doing it. If there's a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1 and he's got the ball, somehow, bruv, it's like Old Trafford when we were playing. How did we go 3-on-1 with their goalkeeper and not score? Someone please explain that to me. That's training ground stuff. How do you not go 3-on-1 with a goalkeeper and not score?
This is what Sterling is, though. This is what Sterling is, though.
But the thing is,
what people need to understand is, this is how Sterling plays. It's what he does.
I get
It's
that.
like
Yeah,
you're
Jules,
gonna have chances of Sterling missing chances because it's what he does. He's not a clinical finisher.
yeah, I get
He's
that.
not a
But
clinical finisher. And no. Anybody that thinks that Sterling was the main guy, anybody that thinks that Sterling was the main guy to be in our club, I disagree. He was never gonna be the main guy at our club. Never. Yes, he's the most experienced, but he's not. Palmer is. Palmer's the one, and Jackson are the ones that are making things happen, not him.
That's true. But the thing is, with Sterling, his play would look a lot better if. Okay, I'll give you an example. I've been saying this to JPT, and I'm sure you guys have seen your own examples of this. In certain situations where he's through on 2-on-1s, where he's like, I'll give you an example. The other night, we were through 2-on-1. All he's got to do is pass the Palmer, and it's a tap in. But he tries to shoot. He did the same thing against Newcastle. All you got to do is pass.
Did the same thing with Leicester.
Because one thing about it is, and I agree with what Deals was saying, right? True. As a player, we all know what Sterling's capable, because this is because we if we got what we got from City, right, in terms of the guy that finishes from 5 yards out and all that, that's great. But the thing is, you said yourself in your second season at Chelsea or wherever it is that you want to be the man at Chelsea. The thing is, if you want to be the man, you got to adapt your game, bro. You got to bring more than what you were bringing in when you were at City, because you want to be the man. And to be the man, like when Henry was the man at Arsenal, he was the man because he scored goals and he made assists. That guy would bang 25 goals and set up 10. That's what made him a great player. Right? And if Sterling really wants to be the man like he said he wanted to be at the beginning, I don't mind if he's part of a complete team.
There's a thing that Culture Cam said, yeah. You know Culture Cams. You don't know Culture Cams, innit?
Mm-hmm.
You know what Culture Cam said, innit? Did you hear what
he was saying? He was basically saying like, this is Sterling. Like the abuse thing about Sterling. If a player plays poorly in a game, do I think he should be booed? I think no, because I think that's kind of like counterproductive, because you want the player, if he has a bad game, you want him to like pick his head up and know that the fans are still behind him, and the next game he kills it. However, I get it. If fans are going to do it, like, I guess fine. If you're going to do it, fine. I guess I don't mind. My thing is, Chelsea fans like love to pick and choose when. That performance Sterling had against Leicester, is anyone going to tell me it's any worse than Chilwell's performance against Liverpool, where we lost 4-1?
Mm-hmm.
Is it worse than that? No. Chilwell didn't get.
Gusto the other day was goal. I don't know what went wrong with him against Leicester.
Like, I'm just saying, I've seen Chelsea players this season the worst performances in Sterling, and they haven't got booed. My thing with Sterling being booed, like, fine, you can boo him for the performance. Part of why
Willian, just to answer that
necessarily
question.
agree with who has a better career. You mean at Chelsea or in general?
I think in general.
In general, Sterling.
Why?
He did win more trophies there.
Sterling was vital for at least 2 title wins at Manchester City.
Didn't he win the Europa League with us as well?
Willian won the Europa with us. Yes.
Willian won Europa.
He won the Europa with Sarri, but he wasn't a starter.
Premier League as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Premier League as well.
No.
Did he?
What am I saying?
Did he? Did he win it? Was he with two? Did he win the Champions League with Tuchel?
No, he didn't.
He was in Conte's team. He was in Conte's team.
Conte didn't win the Champions League.
Yes, he won the Premier League. He won the Premier League, though.
Oh yeah, he was on that team.
He won a Premier League
as well.
But in terms of
anyway, back to the Sterling thing.
Chelsea career,
Thank you for the question, bro. Yeah, that's actually
but part of why I don't necessarily agree with booing and the venom behind it is because Chelsea fans have never loved Sterling. They didn't want him, and there's been a history of. I need to paraphrase. Mostly not saying all Chelsea fans, but there's been a history of certain sector of Chelsea fans, like when he was at City, they've been giving him racial abuse whenever we've played them.
Yeah, they did.
There's been a sector of England fans who have always been on Sterling's neck, giving him racial abuse. The English media always targeting Sterling. Do you guys remember, was it maybe 5 or 6 years ago, or when he got that tattoo on his leg, the gun tattoo? Because I think one of his family members or friends died, and they were saying like he was a gunman.
This is wrong. This is wrong. Sterling was a Roman Abramovich signing, not a Todd Bowley signing. By the way, that's incorrect, DJ Crane. He is not a marquee signing of Abramovich. He was just because don't forget we bought Koulibaly at the same season. Remember, so it was just them buying big names again. Todd
Yeah.
Brody was the season after.
Yeah, no, but yeah, he like there's always been this. Whenever it's been towards Sterling, it's always been this racial like undertone around him, and I don't like that. So even though the booing per se, I guess I don't mind, but it's the undertone about it where people will say he's being terrible, he's one of our worst players, and people expect him to do things that are just not part of this game. Like Deal said, Sterling's best when he's on the end of chances. When you create a move and he can just be at the back post, for example, and tap a ball in or score from 5 yards or whatever. That's Sterling. That's what he's best at. His best seasons, his best numbers have come from that. But he's come to Chelsea last season and this season, and he's been told to get involved in the build-up play.
Yeah, 10
Like,
yards deeper down the pitch where you don't want to be.
And that's not his. Last season, there were times under Potter when he was playing wing back. Like, that's not his game. He shouldn't be. Like, people are comparing him with Palmer, but he's not a Palmer type of player. Just like at City, he wasn't a KDB type of player, or a Bernardo Silva, or a Philip Foden, or a David Silva type of player. You know what he is? Gets on the end of chat. No joke. Prime Sterling should be a game breaker. Yeah,
This
he should
team-
be utilized properly.
but the team around him isn't complete enough to feed a
And
Sterling.
that's what I
too
keep
young.
saying, because that's what I keep saying. Well, not even just the team. That we keep talking about the
Hang on,
players.
Deals. 1 minute, Deals. We can't hear you. So
Sorry,
just one
sorry,
second.
if we keep talking about the players and we keep talking about the manager not being good enough,
Miss
and
Million, I'll start that. I'll come back.
people will use this for excuses for certain players. By the way, people will say like part of why Caicedo or Enzo or whatever have bad games is because Poch isn't good enough for utilizing them properly. Why can't the same thing be said about Sterling? Because Sterling has a catalogued career. Caicedo and Enzo don't. Why do we make excuses for players like them, but we don't for Sterling? If Sterling is used properly, you know the type of numbers you can get from him. Sterling's not finished. He's not done. He's 29, I think, or 30. And he's been playing at the top level for at least a decade. Like, I don't believe, based on just the wage that he's on, which again, I also don't think his wages is a fair stake to beat him with, because he's been playing so long, he deserves the money that he's on. Like,
Right, yeah.
I don't believe we'll be able to get rid of him. If he's here for another season or two, I don't mind.
Sterling is a cherry on the cake player. He's always been a cherry on the cake kind of player. He finishes off the team. He's the little finishing touch. He's not the main man.
I still think there are uses for him. If
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you know, any tool's useful if you know how to use it.
Like all these chances we were creating, and this, if you look at all these chances we created this season, particularly in the first half of the season, and all these chances were falling to Jackson. If those chances fell to Sterling, do you not think Sterling would have scored a lot more goals? Yes, he would have missed them, some as well, but he would have scored a lot more, and people would look at him a lot more differently. Like, I just don't personally.
Yeah, same thing with Enzo. If the team could finish his dinner, his stats would be a lot better as well. That's the
So as much as I don't like, as much as I personally didn't want to buy us to buy Sterling because I knew what type of player he is, I'm also not completely angry and mad at him because, again, I know what type of player he is. I've been accepting of him for years. Back when he was at City doing well, I told people that he's not this genius that you guys make him out to be. He's just a goal scorer. So, like, I think people just need to
wait. Bargav, how can you say Sterling and Rashford were snipers at Arsenal when right now people like Martinelli, who plays similarly to kind of how Rashford plays, is very struggling at the moment? So that's arguable. I hear what you're saying. But that's arguable, though.
He's not necessarily, well, sniper is the wrong word, but he's not necessarily wrong. Like Sterling and Martinelli are like in a system where they're allowed to get on the end of chances. They're proven to be goal scorer. If Sterling goes to Arsenal and he's able to get on the end of things consistently, like, I don't know. But yeah, I just think I'm just trying to give a different perspective to the Sterling thing, where it's like not.
I still like Sterling personally. He's just too wasteful for me at the moment. That's it. It's not I hate the guy. Like, you know what I mean? Because I do think some of the criticism, because the team is so generally so poor anyway, I do think that's got to be taken into account. But
This isn't everything I'm saying. Is not like, because again, the four of us here, we're logical, and even people in the chat, you guys are logical. But everything I was saying was targeted towards like the Chelsea fans who just want to get on his case just for the
Yeah,
sake of
yeah,
doing it.
I know. But the thing is, one thing about it is we've all agreed that the difference between this and most other player development projects, like Bargav's just saying, is if you look at, for example, and okay, I know we've had our fun with this recently, me and JPT have, but if you look at something like Liverpool, for example, who are bedding maybe 4 or 5 youngsters into the team with sometimes sub appearances or the odd start, with 1 or 2 of them, up until recently, it didn't affect Liverpool too much because they still had a majority of the team in place. Where it's us, it's the opposite. Most of them are inexperienced, but only 1 or 2 of them are experienced. Like for example, Thiago Silva, Reece James, etc. And most of the time now, recently, these guys aren't playing. You could include Chilwell into that category. JPT and Latimus and Dills all know how I feel about Chilwell. But hang on, but Dills, what was you trying to say, bro? Because your mic's still a little low. So what was you trying to say, my G?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
you. You're still a little low though.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we can hear you.
Yeah. You see Casado, yeah? I feel
Mhm.
like Casado had a good game on Sunday. I feel like he had a good game on Sunday. I feel like the midfield was alright on Sunday. Without Enzo.
Yeah, it was.
I feel like Enzo were in the midfield. Without Enzo in the midfield, I feel like we picked up the ball more faster in the midfield. Would you not agree?
Maybe a bit quicker, but maybe not as smart. Because one thing about it is like when we were popping it around quick in the midfield, that's how Diassi got the hold of the ball and launched in an own goal. Because he was further, just slightly, he was more in a wing back position at that point, wasn't he? On the right, and he had the ball and he tried to run back, and it didn't look where he was playing, and he and he ended up scoring. That was a finish, man. I think that should be like that should be goal of the season. He scored from the sideline, bro.
What he done by bringing off Mudryk? What he done by bringing off Mudryk? I feel like Mudryk in the 10 didn't really work against Leicester.
Well, they were physical. That was the thing. It depends. Because he's young as well. It's another one with Mudryk. He's going to have teams that you can have joy against, teams that you don't. That's why you got a squad.
Yeah,
I think he was okay.
I thought he done alright as well, personally.
Like the way I'm looking at it at Mudryk, I'm saying that game you had against Leicester, that should be your baseline worst game.
Yeah,
That's what from a bad day. That's what I want from you. And so if you can start to kick on now and build up momentum, which he's been slowly doing, that's a good thing. But yeah, I don't have a problem with how Mudryk played. Again, if Sterling didn't get away with a shot, Mudryk would have got a goal in the game. So.
Well, it's the fact was on Sunday, Sterling was so selfish and it resulted in nothing because this is the thing. You took like responsibility, but the thing is, in taking responsibility, every opportunity you failed. When you were clean through, you failed. When you did the free kick, you failed. When you took the penalty, you failed.
People want Sterling so much to be this leader and
Like
to
a
be
Messi.
guiding.
he's never been in that position.
No.
No, it's
So
not.
that's why he's doing things like demanding the penalty and taking on the free kicks. If people just allowed Sterling to be Sterling, he would get a much better player. But he's too much in his head, and that's part of why the chance he had to square it, I think, in the game, he didn't. Like, he's too much in his head, and he's thinking, oh, and he's doing too much. He's doing too much. And we saw this earlier in the season, by the way, from Jackson, before, I think after the Spurs game where he scored the hat-trick, and before he went to AFCON, there was periods in games where he was doing too much and making bad decisions because he's overthinking it. And post AFCON until now, you're seeing Jackson where he's not thinking too much and he's just playing his game. Sterling needs to do the same where he's just allowed to play his game. And I think we'll get that under a different manager.
But it still doesn't explain why you're taking penalties that badly though and taking free kicks.
Taking the ball away from our designated penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Although Hodge says there's no designated penalty take. Why is Palmer taking every single one since
he arrived?
Well, it does explain it because Sterling's not a penalty taker.
Well, yeah,
Why
no,
take the ball away from him?
Well,
Because that's what I'm saying.
Wait.
As you mentioned that he didn't request to be, or he's never been in the leadership role, but he came in saying he wants to be the guy. He wants to be the figure for Chelsea. You got what you wanted. It was there for you. You can't do it.
I know, but like he's shouldn't be in that role. Is my point. He shouldn't be.
Yeah. No, yeah. We appreciate that. Yeah.
He
From a
took it
tactical
on.
perspective and as player, as fans, yeah, we would sit there and say yes, he shouldn't. But the thing is, he's still trying to do it. Yes, Deals.
Can we go into the draw situation with City playing City?
Well, yeah, hang on. Yeah, we'll get to that. 1 second. Because what the other thing I want to quickly talk about before we talk about future games, because obviously we've got City in the cup, and we've got Burnley at home in the league next as well. But I want to talk to everybody quickly about this or the financial fair play rules now, because as I said at the opening of the program, even though we have got Wembley in our sights again, we've also got FFP again, and I'm not being funny. They've dropped another sword recently in terms of Forest getting another 4-point deduction, which is weird actually, because they've just given Everton back 4 points before they did it, which is weird. But there you go. But Bum in the face. Chelsea still, he's a baller. Yes, he is a baller, brother. But yeah, but you guys got. I want to hear, and I'll start off with maybe Deals. What's your thoughts on this new problem with financial fair play, bro? Are we still trying to dodge a bullet on this one, or do you reckon?
Listen. When I read what was going on the Talk Sport, yeah, that guy that went on Talk Sport just talking about us with FFP and that, yeah, he's an ex-Man City chief, yeah. So I don't believe any word that's coming out of FFP, because let's be real, yeah. We are gonna sell players in the summer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not fussed about this FFP thing, because we will sell players, what we normally do, right? And that Man City guy, that guy was talking on Talksport, he has hate towards us Chelsea guys. So that's the reason why he went on there talking about us from FFP, because obviously he's not going to talk about Man City's breaching of charges when we're not getting to that. But look, as far as I see it, I don't see anything happening for us with FFP, personally.
That JPT?
It's weird. It seems like why did they take? Well, I'm kind of wondering why did it take a while and up till now, right before national break, for them to drop the sword on Forest, taking their points away. And I think that's similar to when they did it for Everton, if I remember correctly. It just seems like our names always come up whenever they put this out there, and maybe it's just for media. Who knows? I mean, the thing is that none of us, chats, anyone is a financial expert. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. The thing is that with the names that are they still want to go with the Project Youth. Wolf, remember the thing I told you about what I was worried about Chelsea doing is to just keep buying youth. That this squad of players are going to be our oldest batch within the next 5 years, because they're just going to keep aiming for teenagers while these guys are just going to try to stay as long as they can. Anyways, being connected to other big names like the Osimhen deal is still heavily linked. They're still looking for players like Tony with what's the name of the Sporting Lisbon starts with a G. Bucharest. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Bucharest.
Yeah. With that going on as well, and that's not a cheap name neither. It kind of makes you think that unless they're doing it just to cover it up, I don't really think there's much issue. And I'll say this too as well: if they do come to Chelsea and we do have to make up this, 200 million, I think we can even do that. We'll be fine even if it is true, because what is that going to take? About 5 players to sell to maybe 6 to hit that 200.
Is this what? Because Miss Melina said it a little while ago. Because this is another name in terms of the FFP thing. This is a name that commonly comes up.
I think
Gallagher.
he needs.
What's the board's favorite 2 words right now?
The reason why I'm saying he's gonna leave in the summer, yeah, is because he's rejecting. Well, apparently, from what I'm hearing, that we're rejecting every offer he's trying to give to us. Apparently, he's asking for 150k a week, yeah, and we're not giving it to him. So, I think he's gonna leave. I think he's gonna be leaving the summer. I think he's probably gonna go to Tottenham in the summer, or Aston Villa, one of them teams.
That's most likely Spurs.
Well, I'm not being funny. We've really got low knees in terms of making the 200 mil before summer. We've already got about 2-3 players out on loan that are permanent deals anyway at the end of the season. Anyway, Lewis Hall, I can't remember what the other two were.
Matson.
Ian Matson, yeah, that's the other one.
Oh, bro.
Excellent.
Here's the thing. This like FFP thing, like they're just our names are being involved in it. Like it's basically clickbait. The same thing happened. Same thing happened last season, where they were saying FFP Chelsea will be charged. We can be docked points or relegated. Yada yada yada. Lo and behold, the first month of the window, we spent selling players to raise money to then be able to go buy players. Do you remember that? That's part of why Caicedo saga took so long, because we were using that first like month or so to get rid of everyone, because there was a deadline we had to meet to raise money, and we more than raised that. So like we're fine. Like I'm seeing rival content creators or whatever and rival fans on socials like make content about this, and fair enough. Like it's clickbaity. We're gonna get your views, but you know, just wait until the summer happens and wait until the end of the window, and then rival fans are going to be making videos saying how are we going to be able to spend 250 million, yada yada yada. We're fine. I think
making
the
content.
real problems people should be looking at is Arsenal, what Arsenal are doing, and like they just announced, I think Cedric's leaving potentially on a free. They're like, at least we're able to get rid of and sell our players. Like Arsenal are letting players go on free. That's not a good thing in terms of the FFP. They just spent 100 million on Declan Rice. I don't know how they were able to balance the books on that, because I don't think they sold a lot of players for money last summer.
Do you think that will affect them this summer then? Do you reckon that might have Arsenal
may be in trouble? Maybe not this summer, but Arsenal may be in trouble with FFP. They're not able to actually be raising money in terms of player sales. So like people talking about Chelsea and Man City. Yes, Chelsea has spent a lot of money the past 2 windows.
Yeah, but we've made a lot of money as well. That's the thing.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's what people are not looking. So we're raising money.
Because our net spend was actually something like only 350 mil or something like that.
Exactly.
Our net spend.
Like when you look at the money that when you look at the players we have, we're trying to sell Gallagher, Chalobah, Lukaku, Broha, Matson. Those 5 alone.
Can you imagine the wage bill as well when they come off the wage bill as well?
It's big.
Deals, big up deals for that Kepa as well.
Yes, Kepa 6. Those players alone, that is at least 100 million, maybe more.
Hang on. This
say
is interesting.
maybe we also sell Sterling as well. That's maybe 100 and say 20, 30, 40 mil.
Enlighten me.
325k off the wages too.
You're saying Cedric for 85k a week, yeah, but like
that'll go down as a loss though, won't it? Because
it's a loss. What was spent for
like, Arsenal have done that with Cedric. You did that with Willian as well. You did that with Aubameyang. Like essentially, it adds up.
No, not Sanchez. What's the other one, man? The other guy, Özil.
Eventually, that adds up. By the way, like just like when selling Gallagher for 50 mil doesn't really look like a lot, but if we sell Gallagher and we sell Lukaku and we sell Broha and we sell Matson and this guy, and that eventually money adds up. And this is something Chelsea do well, and Arsenal and Man United don't. You guys are not able to sell your players.
Yeah, we're a good selling club compared to the others. We
fumbled some free transfers as well.
I'm going to say we're fine. Like, yeah. And this is why fans, the first month of the window, right? Don't be too angry if we haven't really signed anyone, or if the Osimhen saga drags out, quote unquote, because we're going to just on selling.
Hang on. Why is Özil not incomparable? Didn't he leave on a free at the end of his contract? That's a lot.
It's a different situation in terms of like, the whole because of the Muslim Myanmar situation. But
no. I'm not getting to the political reasons, but just in terms of the business side of things, I know.
It is the same business. But I think that's what Bargav is getting at as to the reason was different, but the business is still the same.
Oh, that will still count as
the financial.
By the way, financial fair play ain't gonna take that into account, bro. They're not gonna say it's a religion. They're gonna look and say, you know what, that's a loss.
And that's my thing where people like with Chelsea we spend money, whatever. People
There
don't
you go.
like us.
Ozil was terminated. There you go.
Yeah.
His contract
And
was
so it was
terminated.
terminated. That's
Okay.
what it was.
Well,
Yeah.
terminated
Either way.
is basically still the same thing.
Yeah.
You're wasting money.
He made the same amount of profit.
By the way, we're not scared talking shit about Ozil because we've done exactly the same, bro. We're the best club in the world for letting go future world class talent. De Bruyne, Salah, who else? Like
Rudiger for
Musiala,
free.
you know what I mean? Like you know, what I mean?
But at
No
least
one's
we get
perfect, bro.
money.
No one's
At least we
perfect.
get our money's worth. Like Musiala, do people not know we have a 20% clause on him? So if Bayern sell him for say 100 mil, we're getting 20 mil from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
The
do.
way Chelsea
Still a
do
waste,
business,
though.
the way Chelsea do business, just business what? Forget the quality of player, but just business wise, the way Chelsea do business is world class. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we're
Money
fine.
wise, he's got money wise. Top bro, he's the guy. Yeah. True say.
Make
Hey,
money. But that's all he's trying to do.
He spent $1 billion in a season. We found a loophole to do that. You guys didn't. So don't cry at me. Don't cry at me.
Look, you can't do it anymore now, because we took advantage of that loophole. They changed the rules so no one else could do it. So literally, we are the masters of business.
Hey,
Like,
Wolfie, we'll find another loophole, man. We'll find another loophole.
we'll find another one. Pulisic again, like Vladimir said, when he was fit, he was okay. Like, helped us win the Champions League, just like Havertz did. But dude, like, they had to cut the wages, and people like Pulisic, Mount, Havertz, they had to go because they had to completely rebalance the books, like we've just been discussing. It's not like these players are shit, because we've had other discussions on my channel where we've talked about certain managers didn't take the job because of these sort of players leaving. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, I keep on bigging up the Luis Enrique. I think Adam has always bring, was it Nagelsmann? I said no. Yeah, and they said no to the job because we'd already got rid of certain experienced players. You know what I mean? But one thing about Pulisic for Chelsea, yes, he done bits at times, but we just couldn't rely on him.
Look, we're on month 8 of the season, like the 8th month. He would have missed at least 4.
True, or maybe more.
He would have missed more opportunity. I would go back to the Everton.
Hang on, Deals. 1 second, Deal. Go on. Sorry that again.
Pulisic would have missed too much. Oh, sorry,
hang on, Prime. Sorry, Deals.
Does Prime think we're getting Osimhen?
Oh, do you think we're getting Osimhen?
Yeah,
Prime.
I think that deal is like, yeah, I think it's happening. I think the way like people are talking about it, Johnny Obi Mikel and that whole like love fest with Drogba during AFCON.
How many coaches are not overrated?
I mean, it depends on what you'd view as
Overrated.
You don't rate
It's kind of like
Enrique
reading
highly
this
right
on
now,
right
so
level.
he's underrated. Like, it depends on, are you talking about in terms of what we're saying or in terms of what the football world view him? People don't rate Enrique highly right now, to be fair. So
I think
maybe
it's not
he's
like the right
underrated.
level of where it needs to be.
Like I hear people say Arteta is better than Enrique. So like, what does that mean?
What? How is nah, treble winner, man. People, okay, it's facts are facts. Luis Enrique is a treble winner, man.
No,
Facts
but like that's my thing. It depends on what you're like. So Enrique right now, I would say is underrated. Like, so I don't know, but yeah, the Osimhen thing, I think us not getting Europe could be a stumbling block. To be fair, however, when I look at the other options, I don't think Arsenal will spend that money to get him, and I also don't think his style of play suits Arsenal. I don't think he's going to go PSG. Like the African connection Chelsea have, the fact that his idols are Drogba and Mikel, I see him coming to Chelsea. So I think he's worth over 100 mil, by the way. No. However, I do think he is the best or one of the best available strikers on the market. So.
Well, how about this? Do you reckon minus Neymar and Messi, Enrique is crap and ruined Spain? Well, the Real Madrid would simply say, not really, because we went on to dominate the Champions League after that. So, did he really ruin Spain, or did just Barcelona's golden generation end with like Iniestas, the Xavis, and all them lot just finally hanging up or leaving?
I think he's talking about the Spain. You're talking about the Spanish national team. the Spanish national team, since their golden generation of like Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, have
Same
been
with Lions.
very good.
Same
And
Barcelona, pretty much.
it's the same way that people want to blame Germany not doing well on like Hansi Flick and Nagelsmann. No, it's just Germany's team right now is not that great. So I just think people need to be honest instead of just blaming. Like there's certain times you can blame a manager, and certain times you can look at the players and say they're not necessarily good enough. So
Qatar money ran out in Spain, hence Barca finished. And I'll tell you what, if you want to talk about financial fair play, right, and how Barcelona still get a blight, how have they not breached financial fair play?
they're big boys.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Catalonian royal family backed. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Can
that
we
was
talk
just a
about
cough.
the Man City tie? The Man City
Yeah,
tie?
we're going to move on to that. We're going to move on to that.
It's easier to charge like a Nottingham Forest or Everton or FFP than it is to charge say a Man City or a Chelsea if we've done anything wrong, or a Barcelona. You know, these heads of football, they're not idiots. They know when to pick their battles.
Bro, Barca, I'll tell you what, yeah, I have to say, I got to give Real Madrid and Barcelona credit, yeah, and I know this because I've watched Spanish football since 2002, right? Up until like 2000 and, what was it, 16 or 18, when the laws changed in Spain for fair distribution of television money, yeah? Remember, in Spain, for about 10, 11 years straight, out of 100% of money donated from the television, and that's hundreds and hundreds of millions, right? The rest of the teams in La Liga got 50% to share between the other 18 teams, and then Barcelona and Real Madrid got the other 50% split between the two of them. When it comes to, it's not just the fact of the monopoly game in Spain's kind of like degraded a lot, because obviously, like DJ Crane said, certainly investments in Barcelona have run dry, and that's why they've all wanted to have the presidential elections over there, which are always political. I'm not going to get into that, but you know, it's very, 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 very crazy. Man City fans having the FA eating very well. Well, the thing is, this is the thing. Man City have one of the few in world football that can take them to court indefinitely because of the money. They've got unlimited money. Yeah. When you've got great lawyers, bro, you know what I mean? Like, you can drag anything out. But yeah, to Man City, where we've got them next in the FA Cup, and I'm not being funny, I think we can beat these guys, you know. I'm not being disrespectful. I don't think Man City are great.
We need to play a back five. We need to play a back five.
Bro, I don't think it matters if we play a back 5 or 3. I think or 4. I just think it just matters when we get chances, we take them.
Listen. I'll play a back 5. Reece James in the centre back. Yeah, with Colwell and Thiago Silva. That's my back line for Man City.
Well, that's a few weeks away, bro.
Drop Dazassi.
I think so.
Drop Dazassi. Yeah, drop Dazassi. Lavia and Nkunku might be back by then as well. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I'll do a midfield of Lavia, Casado, and then Lavia. No. What? Hear me out.
No. Go ahead.
Then we have Palmer, Carney, and then Cuckoo up top. We're not saying about that.
Can Nkunku stay fit?
Right?
Can Lavia stay fit? That's gonna be an early substitution.
Can Reece James stay fit?
Listen. Yeah, you can.
Can we sign someone old enough?
Prime, they're smiling, yeah. But trust me, you're gonna be impressed by this Reece.
No. I smiled because they said, "Can Lavia stay fit? Can Nkunku stay fit? Can Reece James?" I'm laughing because it's funny. Those 3 are injury prone. That's why. That was the joke.
And that was your 11, and that was the problem.
Throw Fofana in there, why not?
You know what I mean? And Chilwell, you know what I mean? We'll go for a fully fit squad.
And if they're not injured, they got the illness. They got some type of illness. What the hell is going on in
Food
London?
poisoning.
Wear a mask.
Okay, throw in Chelsea Robin in there as well. Throw in Chelsea Robin.
You got an argument with me to make it with Gusto and Reece James, yeah? Gusto is not better than Reece James offensively. I'm sorry, but he's not. Yeah,
no. We all know Reece James is the better player, bro. He just doesn't stay fit.
Tell Reece James to touch grass.
That's the thing.
Tell him to play. Tell him to play again.
Say
Yeah,
that
he's
again.
playing, but like, can you show up? No.
Listen. Soon. Your CV soon, man.
Look, I'll just say, as someone,
The boys back
I said, I don't care if it's soon.
the
You've
four
seen
of
him for
us,
a while.
the four of us, yeah, I'll just simply say, on the four of us, when it comes to Reece James, stay fit for more than 5 games in a row, please.
Thank you. Even
That's
then,
all
that's
I'm
not
doing.
enough.
Bro, the last time he came back from injury, he went out again and spent 4 months out more injury and got surgery. It was just like,
He's
on,
your best right
on,
back.
and that was on
He's
his
your best right back.
return.
Well, he came back from injury.
That's right, man.
He pocketed Doku and exposed him to the league. Then he got injured again. Like
I know.
I don't. I'm
Like,
not.
Russo's
Listen,
been stepping up.
I get it against put him in against City, but the thing is, we've
Don't know,
got 2
Barker.
weeks. We've got 2 weeks until we play City, and we play Burnley after the international break, and then we play Man City. Reece is not going to be fit enough.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Is
he
that
is.
Burnley
He's
and
back in
United?
training. He's back in. He's no. Listen. He's back in training.
But
Listen.
that doesn't necessarily
They're gonna
mean
be ready.
anything.
Listen,
That
True,
doesn't mean
but we'll have
anything.
to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see.
Listen,
And-
they are gonna be back. They're gonna be back in training, bro. Facts, bro. They're ready, fam.
And you're
They're
gonna
ready.
and you're gonna risk throwing him in against Man City. What if he gets injured again?
Yes, I am.
I would
Yes,
say
I am.
James for if
Yeah.
we reach the FA Cup final.
No,
Yes, Rosie, it's
The reason
Burnley at
why-
home next.
The reason why, yeah, I'll put him in for Man City, yeah, because, bro, it's a risk, it's a gamble, bro. Yeah.
What if he
We
gets
gotta
injured
go-
again?
we gotta go- No, bro. I'm not risking to go out this FA Cup, bro. Quickly.
What if he gets
You know?
injured again?
And then he
Hey,
misses
listen,
the
we
FA
need
Cup.
We need our ballers there, bro. We need our ballers there.
What if he gets
You know what I'm
injured
saying?
again?
I'm not risking to go against a Man City with this young team, bro.
What if he gets
They're all
injured?
young though. That's
What
the
if he gets
problem.
Always
Already.
on no matter what.
No, not with Disaster at the back line, bro. Not again.
Stills,
We'll get iced
Stills.
out.
Stills, you have not answered my
Not
question.
again.
What if he gets injured again?
Who?
Reece.
What game do you want him back?
He won't last 90 minutes against Man City. He's not going to last.
Then back from,
Give him, give him a sense
I
of
went back to the
being.
Man City
I
game.
need the 7 Dragon Balls.
Wish him fitness.
No!
Farewell. Woo!
Please, Dragon, just give him a healthy hamstring.
Yeah.
Indestructible
Dragon!
hamstring.
Save his hamstring. So protect
Go
all
ahead.
Chelsea squad players from future injuries related to fitness. Your wish has been granted. Farewell.
No, actually, bring back Roman.
Oh no, don't man. Because even if we bring back, bro, Roman is the reason. Okay, as much as I have respect for what Roman did for us and won us all the trophies, bro, half the reason why we need to gut the club is because of him. We're finding all the dodgy deals that,
Yeah,
bro.
coming up.
We had to report ourselves. That's how bad it was. We
What
had
are they
to
gonna
report
find?
ourselves.
Like, they sent everything twice. Once we were going through like the
You
whole
think-
transition,
You think
and then
the
now.
only way we beat Man
One
City?
second. What?
The only way we beat Man City, yeah. The only way we beat Man City is playing 5 at the back, bro. We've been beating them.
Okay, I hear you, but I think we need to finish our chances that we get against bigger. If we can do that, we can beat any bigger team because we create enough. We just don't take any. Yeah.
And plus, we have to keep in mind, Pep Guardiola, and this has happened throughout his whole career, he hates playing Chelsea. Some of the worst games of his managerial career have come up against Chelsea, where when he was at Barcelona, when he came to this league, struggling, so we already have that fear factor of he knows it's going to be a difficult game.
Big up,
So
Bargav,
instead
yeah.
of waiting, he might overthink it. And plus, Man City play
Big up, Kieran.
in between us.
Real red.
They play Real Madrid as well. They've got Real Madrid in the Champions League to think about, and plus they have this title race. So I think he might potentially play a bit of a weakened team. So we might have that advantage there. I think for us, we just need to switch on for the full game. None of this playing well for 75 minutes and then we concede a 2-goal lead and stuff like that. No.
Hang on, I know. Okay, I know. Another interest. Everyone's interested in City because obviously it's a big clash. But what is everyone forgetting about Burnley? I think that game against Burnley, the next league one's important, man, because that's another one of our games in hand. Because we can sneak up the table. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
easy,
I know. We don't beat anybody easy. So don't tell me you're gonna beat them, bro. We don't beat no one easy. Even with
Easy.
Middlesbrough, when we destroyed them at the
Easy
bridge,
what,
there was
man?
still the first game when we lost 1-0, bro. We
Easy
don't do
what,
anything.
man? You hear me? Easy what, bro? Easy what, bro?
I
I
hope
like
so.
I like the
I hope
confidence.
so.
It
Yeah, I
should
like the
be,
confidence too. I hope
but
so. We should.
yeah.
Yeah, we should. We
Like
should.
our hardest game, that one should. If our next 3
Burnley are
games
not
should be
good.
United, and I feel pretty good going against them.
Burnley are not a good side. We'll beat them.
And they're gonna go without Dacho Fofana, a big factor to like their better, you can say better form.
That's a good point,
Like,
actually.
so yeah,
Yeah, big up, Bob. Have a good night, bro. Stay safe.
maybe even after
We're
them
gonna
is
talk
what
about this
Everton.
letter. We're gonna talk about this letter. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
letter
yeah.
that we saw today.
Did you
Go
guys
on,
see it?
JP. Go on, JP. Speak about it, bro.
No, did you guys see the letter? I mean, I saw bits and pieces, but I'm glad that it was made because it really did voice out what was going on, like everything that's going on with what we've been trying to say, the bad decision that the board is doing with their model that really needs to be looked at because it hasn't worked. And why are they playing a multi-club model, bro? I say it might not be popular opinion. I would welcome the protest. We get Strasbourg on our side. All the Strasbourg ultras, they're pissed off too. Well, we can come at them in English and French. Let's go. Like, just storm to London, break into the offices like it's capital here, January 6th.
Fly over.
JP, did they actually write a letter to them? Did they actually write a letter to them?
They wrote a letter. The one thing that's
he
disappointing,
did.
they didn't even
It's the
address
Chelsea
it.
Supporters Trust. It was the Chelsea
Yeah.
Supporters Trust. That's what we wrote. So they have to take it.
But the Strasbourg one already did one before we did.
Yeah, they did.
No,
Yeah.
but they didn't reply back to it though, did they? Or had they?
Their CEO
Didn't
did.
reply back.
Chris, was it Jezrek?
What did he say? What did the CEO say?
It was a lot of formal political nothing. He just wasted a bunch of ink, or he wasted a couple of finger taps on his keyboard. That's all it was.
Basically, it was.
He just didn't really acknowledge anything. He just says, "You know what? I hear you. And we'll see what we can do."
Yeah. Hey,
Hi.
you know what? It reminds me of JBT. Have you, oh, go on, Jules. Go on, Jules. You said you can't lie.
It's a simple thing. Like they're saying that they're gonna talk about the situation about it, but they're not really gonna hear about the situation what we said to them.
Wait, Kieran, the financial fair play thing we've already gone over. I can guarantee you, mate, we've got no financial fair play troubles. I can actually guarantee it.
And plus, we have
No. Selling before June 30th. Kieran, that was the case last summer as well.
Come on.
So you're right. We need to sell before June 30th. But you know what? Last year, some clubs were stupid enough to spend 60 odd mil roughly and have it amount. We'll find a club stupid enough to buy Lukaku and Gallagher. We'll be fine.
Gallagher's already
Or Chalobah.
50. Chalobah's another one.
Or Broha, so we'll be fine.
And I'm not being
Probably
funny.
the hardest one, probably.
Well, I'm not being funny. What I heard anyway, I heard that your one's potentially permanent as well, like the Lewis Hall one. So
Mhm.
potentially speaking, we've already got 100 mil plus on the way in already.
And
So-
whoever
Kieran,
buys
who is-
Musiala,
Who is Kieran support?
pocket 20.
Kieran's
Who is
Liverpool.
Kieran support? Oh, Liverpool fan.
Big up Tony
Listen,
Claus TV in the
Tony.
building.
Kieran,
Oh!
Kieran, with all due respect, you're a Liverpool fan. You cannot afford
They got
Palmer or
Tony
you can't
Clark.
afford them. You can't afford it either. Unless
Wait, hang on, wait,
They might not be
Kieran.
able to afford them. I'll say
Wait.
this for them.
What?
I'll say no, like they might not be able to afford them, but some decisions that they make,
You
or
guys
majority of
couldn't
those decisions they
afford-
make,
you guys-
is good when it comes to purchases.
Well, hang on. All I'll say to this comment is, you know what it says about this one about Chilwell? Didn't you go for him last summer and he signed a new contract?
you couldn't afford him last time. You can't afford him.
I know, and you won't be able to afford him now because I'm not being funny. That's one of our academy products. He's a highly rated young defender, and I'm not being funny. Right? If you try to buy him, I can't see them charging you anything less than 80 mil. You're gonna have to pay Van Dijk, and you're a rival as well, so they're gonna overcharge you.
Yeah, but no, if you want Colwell, 100 mil, you can have him.
Well, because you got to buy out his contract as well. That's the other thing about these transfers now. You got to buy out the wages because it's what's called a loyalty bonus. You do as you're told, Chelsea. Yeah. Yes, sir. We will, Liverpool, sir. Yes, sir.
I just gotta love that it's coming from. It feels like Randy Orton saying it.
Anna, UTC, using me. Big up Chelsea Blue and
Big
Blue. How you doing, brother? I hope you're alright. It's always good to see a new Chelsea face around these area or my bits. I hope you're doing well, brother. Please like and sub. Come on the chat show at one point, and you feel free to. All Chelsea fans are welcome on Blues Brothers. But okay, but because the burn, I would normally take because it's in about a week and a half. I would say like maybe a prediction and maybe a little lineup, but we haven't got any clue what the bloody lineup might be after the internationals because everyone might get injured. So we'll see, and we'll probably do a little preview about that. But anyways, we'll start rounding this up. Deals, do you want to shout out your socials, bro?
Yeah. Catch me on Instagram, Deals CFC, Twitter, Deals CFC. We've got a show coming up real soon. Channel up coming real soon. You know. So yeah, look up that.
Sweet, brother. Definitely, we'll keep us posted and let us know. Chelsea Blue and Blue. If you have a channel as well, please post it into the both chats if you can, or just one of us. We'll put the link up and we'll all sub to you if you do your own thing about Chelsea as well, because we like to connect with other Chelsea fans. We do our thing. Yes, it was supposed to happen on Monday, but it didn't happen. I apologize for that. I whacked my head. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we were just talking about Diassi. Look, we were just having this conversation with Dills about Reece James, bro. We all prefer Reece James, but in a minute, Mr. Best right back in the world when he's fit, can't stay fit. So it's necessity over who we think's better. Yes, but bottom right back, right back, way back. Rosie, big ups to you. Says Tony Claude TV, big up Yahoo. And woohoo, JPT, fingertip burns, huh?
He's about like this.
Yeah.
ET, man.
Yeah. It's all right where he could do it, isn't it? Because it's legal there.
Well, it's just cigarettes if you just want to keep it PG.
Yeah. Well, it's legal there, isn't it? That's it.
Yeah,
so it'll be Sean Paul playing at right back against City, yeah? You're talking about Gusto. Dirty, yeah.
But you know what?
And done, Rebecca. Sorry.
As I would say though, Uso, it makes you kind of like saying like, Reece James, take your time. It's not a bad backup. It's another option. I don't want to call it backup. It's just
what I've been saying. It's what I've been saying. People want to argue with me and say we need to bring back Reece James. He must play. Like we're fine with Gusto. We're fine with this.
If anything, if we make it to the FA Cup final,
well,
maybe that's when we can see James.
All I'll say, if you're going to bring these guys back, just bring them to the point where they don't play maybe a game and a half and then they're out for another 4 months.
Exactly.
Please.
Please. Would the FA Cup final be our final game? If we were to make it then?
Yes, if we were to make it, yeah, I think so.
And he's not going to be. Was he called up for England?
No, he wasn't. Not as far as I know. And maybe
play him in the final. Take a 3-month break. Don't go to preseason. Keep him on bed rest.
Why play him in the final?
Why not? I mean, if he's going to hurt him and injure himself, I might as well do it for like at least a game.
Bro, that's it. I've decided preseason, man. I'm going to Bolmers. I'm getting that Dragon Radar, bro. But I'm calling in Shenron, bro. We need to save that. We need to save that hamstring somehow. I'll get Mystical to save that, bro, if I could.
Because that's when maybe Reece's leadership can come through. Lord knows we need.
Do you believe that? Southgate is going to Man United.
I hope so. Because if Gareth Southgate goes to Man United, that'll put the biggest grin on my face. I'll tell you, because all they need, they got a Chelsea fan in charge of their football operations. All they need to do now is just put Gareth Southgate in charge, and that's the cherry on the cake, man. They're done. It's weird.
You think the Mano to being called up was signed?
No, it's just one of those ones that it's a friendly anyway, isn't it? One way or the other. He just wants to see what options.
Mano wasn't originally in the England squad. Was he not called up? It wouldn't surprise me if he goes. It wouldn't surprise me, if he does go to Man United, because he's done work with that what's it called thingy before, isn't it? He's done work with that the guy from Newcastle. What's the guy?
I'm still hoping to get Potter, bruv. Yeah, I know who you mean. The guy, but I'm still hoping to get Graham Potter, bruv.
He's done work with Dan Ashworth before, innit? So will it surprise me?
Maybe. That's one time will tell. Anyway, JPT, do you want to shout out your channel, bro?
Yeah, keep it real, Chelsea. You see me with these guys usually. And that pretty much I've been a little absent with with watch alongs. We just pretty much simulcast anyways. But yeah. I guess next time we'll do this would probably be for the preview for our next game, and probably do a watch along for that one as well. But big up for everyone who's in the chat still up, still
We'll
joining
answer
with
that at the
us.
end of the
Thank you.
season. Yeah. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Big up, everyone in Tony Claw TV as well. Big up again. Thank you for Rosie doing all bits and pieces. Thank you for your help. There's a link to channel link if you can drop her a sub as well. Much obliged. She's always been polite and helpful and nice in my chat. Big up to her. Very nice lady. Thank you for your help. Big up Tony Claude as well for his support. Deals has just bounced. DJ Crane. Big up Kieran. Always nice to see you, bro. Chelsea Blue and Blue. Hopefully we'll see more of you. Always nice to see new Chelsea fans about. Everybody else that was in earlier, Bargab as well. Yeah, man, please do. And I'm not gonna lie, if you can and you are still watching, do check out my my YouTube page because that's got my Instagram link there as well. If you have Insta and socials, please get in touch. It'd be nice to see. Miss Melina earlier on as well. Another lovely person who was in the chat earlier. Big up my missus as well that was in. Stuart as well that was here earlier. Big up all you lovely people. Thank you for your support. Obviously,
did you say sorry? She's in Tunisia.
My missus, yes, sir. She's in Tunisia on holiday. Yes.
Oh, okay, nice. I hope she's enjoying the trip.
Yeah, she is. She is. But she comes back home tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah. A day after tomorrow. So big up deals. Yeah. Hopefully.
Also, I noticed that I was going through my Instagram and stuff a couple of days ago. I noticed that she followed me a while back and I didn't know. So
yeah, big up anyone who follows my missus back on Insta. Much obliged, man. Thank you. She's a lovely lady, but she's a bit shy. She wants to get involved more in the football side of things, but she's like, I don't know what to say. And let's just watch and call it as you. Because she'll always sit there and watch a game with me and be like, that was shit.
Halfway there.
And I noticed she followed me and I didn't know who it was, and then I clocked that she might be your missus. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll follow her.
Notorious, always a pleasure.
She's got someone who does streams and stuff. So
yeah, and we all agree as well that that no matter what you put Pauls in front of it, it sounds funny. Like I need to get more men in my team, Pauls. You know what I mean? Like get the man them out of here because there's too many inside me, Pauls. You know what I mean? Like double Pauls. Anyway, thank you everyone. It's been a pleasure. Never a chore. Good night. God bless. Stay safe, and we are out of here, folks.